Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans. I'm your host, Bull. We're going to be breaking down the film of our newest defensive line commit, and Mariyon Dye, 6'5", 270-pound four-star from Elkhart, Indiana. This is a guy that I wanted to have in this class. As soon as I saw his film, let's take a look at his offers. You can tell that everyone else in the whole country wanted him. It's going to be pretty easy for y'all to tell why as we do go through his film. Imagine to yourself what Jordan Ross would look like in his high school film if he had an extra 40 pounds on his frame. That's what we are about to see in just a second. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so on the first play, we got him right here playing at what we would call a Leo. Okay, he's a stand-up in right here. First off, look at the burst off the football. Whenever you're looking at defensive ends, defensive lineman period, it's all about that burst. He's definitely got a whole lot of length, and then he's got straight line closing speed. This is a guy that we could tell off of the first snap of this film that he's going to be a sack machine. Incredible so far for me. Now, coming off of the edge again, going up against a guy that really doesn't give a whole lot of resistance, but still you're seeing that motor, and he does finish whenever he gets there. Loving what I'm seeing so far. I know that y'all already are as well. Now, we got him standing up again. You know, this is something, like what he said, that we'll see with the Leos. Now, what I love right here, pay attention to this, is that he's able to use his hands well. Boom. Okay, so he kind of propels himself with that upfield hand, with his right hand, and gets past that offensive tackle like it's nothing. Again, y'all, the closing speed is crazy. I mean, he collapses the pocket from the outside like a daggum dream. This is gorgeous. We're going to see this one again in slow motion. Watch this. Boom. Look at the way that he uses his hands is crazy. Okay, I want to see it again in slow motion. Long arms, boom. Uses that left outside arm to get the hands off of him and gets right past that offensive tackle. This is high-level stuff, y'all, okay? Like, this is college-level stuff for some reason, and then this is nice right here. Just in run support. Watch whether he gets skinny right here. Boom, gets skinny, and we're going to see it again in slow motion. But what I love is just that a lot of times these young defensive linemen don't have any moves, but he's already got some, and he uses them very well. The way that he uses his hands is already next level. Now, we've got him playing out in space right here, okay? Keep in mind, he's 270 pounds. Look at this straight line closing speed up against a skill guy. Extremely impressive. This is NFL type of stuff. Like I keep on telling you, you can already see it. I mean, it's easy to see it. It does not take long. This is incredible. I love the way that he's able to, let's go back on this. Coming off of the edge, beautiful job, but just kind of sneaking through. And again, it's all about that high motor. That is something that you're going to need in the SEC. If you want to get sacks, you have to have a high motor. You've got to have it on a consistent basis. It doesn't matter what teams are trying to do to him. He can beat you to the inside. He can beat you to the outside. Like I always tell y'all, I'm about ready to stop this film. I could stop it, but we'll let this thing keep on rolling. But I've seen enough. I mean, there's not much more to see right here, in my opinion. But that's really nice. So what I love here is that he's playing in space. He looks like a really good athlete. And he's watching for an option play. And then, I mean, you see what happens. He's a playmaker. So these types of things, being this versatile already, okay, at 6'5", 270 pounds is ridiculous. Seeing him being able to close out, okay, from so far away from these quarterbacks is crazy to me. Let's see what he does right here. Let's try to break this one down. Boom. Okay, so beautiful job. Okay, he gets his hands up. First and foremost, what I love is that he's protecting his outside, and he does a really good job of just kind of working inside of that phone booth like we always talk about. Really sudden, okay, very shifty, and to get his hands up, to have the awareness to get his hands up and get this ball down on what looks like it was maybe like a wide receiver quick screen, that's huge. You're going to see this a lot in the SEC, and actually this ball might have been coming on a slant. We got to see it again, though. He's got a very long wingspan at 7'1", so he might still be growing, and then this right here is what you'll love to see, okay? So he causes a turnover. Watch him go to work here. Boom. I mean, lays a kid out. He's a football player through and through. I'm proud of him. I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I am proud of whatever work that he's put in to get to this point. Him with Coach Garner, with Coach Chop, is going to be incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Now here, what I love, okay, is that he's going to collapse the edge of this line of scrimmage. Boom, okay, collapses it. But he's able to disengage right here at this point. They're trying to run wide to his side. But look at that. I mean, he doesn't even necessarily have to use his long arms to make this play. He gets himself in position with his feet, okay? This is high level. This is an extremely high level athlete. This is very impressive. Now he's coming off the edge right here. You can tell he knows what he's doing because as the motion is coming to his side, watch him kind of step out a little bit, right? Okay, he's just trying to make sure that he can stay to the outside. He's beating some of these smaller people off the ball. And I mean, he's beating them to the quarterback. He knows where the play is. Some of his teammates don't really know what's going on, but I mean, his overall everything is just it's just next level. So this is why I was so excited for us to potentially land Mariyon Dye. And now that we have, I mean, look at this. That looked like that was like a fourth down, third and one, whatever. But just continuing to make big plays throughout this film. Let's see what he does right here. Oh my gosh. He's so sudden, he's so quick. So boom, okay. He kind of sets up to the outside, comes back to the inside, and then it looks like he goes back to the outside. He does that really quickly, but there, the way that he disengages and comes back to the inside once he identifies run to his inside, I mean, come on. Come on, man. It's incredible. And now, I mean, the play is not even over. It's like several layers to each play that's just phenomenal. Being able to chase guys down as well. We're seeing that all throughout his film. Right here, he's lined up a little bit more to the inside. What does he do here? I mean, it's like the tackle is not even there. Goes straight through him. Doesn't even have to use anything. Just goes straight through him, makes the play. Y'all, I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and jump into his grades. All right, so first and foremost, Mariyon's athleticism grade. Great burst off of the football. It's next level. Straight line speed is beautiful. He can change directions. He can play out in space at 6'5", 270 plus pounds. He can play Leo. He can play strong side DN. And if he continues to grow, he can also play defensive tackle. That's where I think he's going to be a nightmare at. But as far as athleticism goes, there is absolutely no question. 5 stars for sure. Now for toughness and physicality. We're seeing him getting through double teams, fighting through people like they're not even there. Also, crackbacking people. You can tell that he's got a mean streak to him. But what I'm the most impressed about with him on his film is his motor. Whenever you talk about toughness, physicality, grit, dog, all that, a large part of that is just having a really high motor. He plays with maximum effort, constantly pursuing plays from the backside. I'm going to give him 5 stars in this category. All right, next is going to be run stopping. He does a great job here, okay? It doesn't matter if he's playing on the edge. If he's lined up a little bit more to the inside, you can tell that he understands how to play the option well, how to maintain his leverage, how to get through gaps, get skinny. Like we talked about before, you really just can't block him. Run stopping, for sure, I'm going to give him 5 stars right here. And last but certainly not least, Mariyon's pass rush grade. Does a beautiful job here, okay? Again, coming off of the edge, coming back to the inside. He can beat you to the outside. He can beat you to the inside. He's got some pretty, advanced pass rush moves as well. I love the way that he uses his hands. He gets the offensive lineman's hands off of him really quick. And because of everything else that we just talked about, him as a pass rusher anywhere on the D-line, even if he ends up playing more of a linebacker role, which I don't think that he would, but even if he's playing in space and if you blitz him somewhere, I think that he can get to the quarterback at a very, very high level. Also, with that high motor that he has, he is going to be a sack machine. 5 stars in this category as well. All right, now to recap Mariyon Dye's grades. We gave him 5 stars as an athlete, 5 stars in toughness and physicality, 5 stars as a run stopper, and 5 stars in his pass rush, which obviously brings his blue chip overall grade to a 5 star. And the only reason that he's not a 6 or a 7 star is just because that would be off the charts. But in my opinion, the type of an athlete that he can be, especially if he works into an interior defensive lineman, is off the charts. We talked a lot about Isaiah Gibson and him being very versatile and him kind of being a little bit bigger and thinking, hey, maybe he grows into a D tackle. All of a sudden, you've got a generational type of talent. For me, Mariyon Dye is all of that and then some. He's already bigger than Isaiah Gibson is. He's 270 pounds, y'all. By the time he gets on campus, he might be pushing 280. Once he gets up to about 290, you can move him in at defensive tackle all day long, but he still is going to be able to play anywhere on the outside as well. Absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal athlete. Some of the things that I love about listening to him talk is saying that he wants to work. He's a very hard worker. That right there, coming up and playing with us, with the defensive line that's already going to be stacked, is going to be loaded, along with Coach Gardner coaching you up, Coach Chop getting you right, and then Coach Ayers also. Dude, listen, forget about it. He is going to be an absolute and total star for the next 3 to 4 years for our Volunteers. Could not be more excited about this pickup. Let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comments section. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other Volunteer fans. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks. Peace.